Have you ever wondered why so many retirees struggle to make their savings last? It's a heartbreaking reality. After decades of working hard, saving and planning, many people find themselves running out of money too soon. The question is, why does this happen, and how can you make sure it doesn't happen to you? The truth is, running out of money in retirement isn't just about how much you saved. It's often about the things you didn't anticipate. Rising costs, unexpected expenses, and financial decisions made without a clear plan. But here's the good news. By understanding these pitfalls, you can avoid them and create a retirement that's secure, comfortable, and worry-free. In this video, we'll explore 5 key reasons why most retired people outlive their savings, and more importantly, how you can protect yourself from making the same mistakes. These insights aren't just about numbers. They're about creating peace of mind and ensuring your golden years are truly golden. Let me ask you, what's your biggest concern about retirement? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your perspective might help others plan better for their future. 1. Underestimating retirement expenses. One of the most common mistakes retirees make is underestimating how much money they'll need to maintain their lifestyle. Many people assume that their expenses will decrease significantly once they stop working, but the reality is often very different. In some cases, retirement expenses can even increase, especially when it comes to healthcare, leisure activities, and unexpected costs. Think about this. Retirement often brings more free time, and with that, the desire to travel, take up hobbies, or spend more on leisure. While these are wonderful pursuits, they can quickly add up if they're not accounted for in your financial plan. Additionally, medical costs tend to rise with age, and those expenses can be much higher than anticipated. Things like prescription medications, regular checkups, and even long-term care can strain your savings. Another overlooked factor is home maintenance. If you've lived in your home for decades, unexpected repairs or renovations can take a large bite out of your budget. And if you decide to move or downsize, relocation expenses can also add up quickly. Here's what you can do. Start by creating a detailed budget that accounts for your current expenses and potential future costs. Be realistic and include categories for healthcare, leisure, and emergencies. It's also wise to set aside a dedicated savings fund specifically for unforeseen expenses, so you're not caught off guard. Let me ask you, have you taken the time to calculate your true retirement expenses? What's one cost you think people often overlook? Share your thoughts in the comments. You might help someone else plan more effectively. Here's the takeaway. Underestimating retirement expenses can drain your savings faster than expected. A realistic, comprehensive budget is your best defense against financial stress in retirement. 2. Overestimating investment returns. Many retirees fall into the trap of overestimating how much their investments will grow during retirement. While it's tempting to rely on optimistic projections, the reality is that market fluctuations and lower than expected returns can quickly derail even the best laid plans. Overconfidence in your portfolio's performance can leave you vulnerable to running out of money too soon. Think about this. Investments like stocks, mutual funds, or real estate can be unpredictable. A sudden downturn in the market or a slower than anticipated growth rate can significantly reduce the income you were counting on. Additionally, retirees who rely heavily on high-risk investments to maintain their lifestyle may find themselves facing losses they can't recover from. Another factor to consider is the withdrawal rate. Many retirees withdraw too much from their savings early on, assuming their investments will consistently replenish the funds. This approach can backfire, leaving little to sustain you in the later years of retirement. Here's what you can do. Take a more conservative approach when estimating your investment returns. Work with a financial advisor to create a diversified portfolio that balances growth and stability. Stick to a sustainable withdrawal rate, typically around 3 to 4% annually, to ensure your savings last for the long term. It's also a good idea to review and adjust your investment strategy periodically to stay aligned with your financial goals. Let me ask you, do you know your current withdrawal rate or how your portfolio is performing? Have you accounted for potential market downturns in your plan? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your insight could help someone rethink their strategy. Here's the takeaway. Overestimating investment returns can lead to financial shortfalls in retirement. A balanced, conservative approach can help you safeguard your savings and avoid unpleasant surprises. 3. Ignoring the impact of inflation. Inflation is often called the silent thief of retirement savings. While it doesn't make a noticeable dent overnight, over time, it quietly erodes the purchasing power of your money. Many retirees underestimate how much inflation will affect their finances, leaving them struggling to maintain their lifestyle as prices for everyday essentials rise. Think about this. A gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, or even your monthly utilities may seem affordable now, but in 10 or 20 years, those same items could cost significantly more. If your savings aren't keeping pace with inflation, your purchasing power diminishes, forcing you to cut back or dip further into your nest egg. Inflation impacts more than just groceries. Healthcare costs, which already rise faster than inflation in general, can become a significant burden. Additionally, fixed incomes, such as pensions or social security, may not always increase enough to cover the rising costs of living, leaving retirees with a gap in their budget. Here's what you can do. To combat inflation, ensure a portion of your retirement savings is invested in growth-oriented assets, such as stocks or inflation-protected securities like Treasury, inflation-protected securities, TIPS. These investments can help your savings keep pace with rising costs. Additionally, review and adjust your budget periodically to account for changes in prices. By staying proactive, you can adapt to inflation without compromising your financial security. Let me ask you, have you considered how inflation will impact your retirement over the next decade? What's one step you've taken to prepare for rising costs? Share your thoughts in the comments. You might inspire someone else to take action. Here's the takeaway. Ignoring inflation can quickly deplete your savings, but with smart investments and regular budget adjustments, you can stay ahead of rising costs and preserve your financial freedom. Poor budgeting and overspending. One of the most avoidable reasons retirees run out of money is poor budgeting and overspending. After years of hard work, retirement feels like a time to relax and enjoy life. But without a clear financial plan, it's easy to overspend on things that deplete your savings too quickly. Bucket list vacations, spontaneous purchases, and generous gifts to loved ones are wonderful in moderation, but unchecked spending can lead to regret later on. Think about this. Many retirees don't realize how quickly small, everyday expenses add up. Dining out more often, subscribing to multiple entertainment services, or upgrading gadgets can seem harmless, but these costs compound over time. Additionally, some retirees fail to differentiate between needs and wants, which can cause them to drain funds faster than they anticipated. Overspending is often tied to the lack of a realistic budget. Without a clear understanding of your monthly income and expenses, it's easy to underestimate how much you're withdrawing from your savings. This becomes even more risky when combined with fluctuating investment returns or inflation, as your savings may not recover as quickly as you spend. Here's what you can do. Start by creating a detailed retirement budget that outlines your fixed expenses, discretionary spending, and savings goals. Be honest about your priorities. Focus on spending that brings you joy and aligns with your values, and trim areas that don't add much to your quality of life. Consider using financial tools or apps to track your spending and ensure you stay within your means. Another helpful strategy is adopting a pay-yourself-first mindset. Set aside a portion of your monthly income or savings for essential expenses and allocate a smaller portion for leisure and discretionary spending. This ensures that you're covering your needs without compromising your long-term financial stability. Let me ask you, do you track your spending in retirement? What's one habit or strategy that's helped you avoid overspending? Share your tips in the comments. You might inspire someone to take control of their finances. Here's the takeaway. Poor budgeting and overspending can quickly deplete your savings. A clear financial plan and mindful spending habits are essential for enjoying your retirement without financial stress. 5. Failing to plan for longevity. One of the most significant and underestimated financial challenges retirees face is failing to plan for longevity. With advancements in healthcare and healthier lifestyles, many people are living well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. While this is a blessing, it also means your savings need to last longer than you might have originally anticipated. Think about this. A retirement plan based on living 20 years post-retirement might not be sufficient if you live for 30 or even 40 years. The additional years come with more expenses for housing, healthcare, daily living, and leisure. If you don't account for this extended timeline, you may find yourself running out of money at a time when you need it most. Another overlooked aspect of longevity is the impact of declining health over time. Long-term care, assisted living facilities, or home care can be incredibly expensive, and many retirees don't plan for these costs. Without proper preparation, these expenses can quickly exhaust your savings. Here's what you can do. First, assume a longer retirement timeline in your financial plan. When calculating your savings needs, add an extra 10 to 15 years to your projections to ensure you're prepared. Explore options like annuities or other guaranteed income streams that provide a steady flow of money for life, regardless of how long you live. Additionally, consider purchasing long-term care insurance early while premiums are more affordable to protect yourself from high healthcare costs later. And don't forget to keep a portion of your investments in growth-oriented assets so your money continues to work for you throughout retirement. Let me ask you, have you accounted for the possibility of living longer than expected in your financial plan? What steps have you taken to prepare for the additional years? Share your thoughts in the comments. You might inspire someone to think more long-term. Here's the takeaway. Failing to plan for longevity can leave retirees financially vulnerable in their later years. Preparing for a longer timeline ensures you can enjoy your retirement without the fear of outliving your savings. Here's the truth. Your retirement savings are more than just numbers. They're your security, freedom, and peace of mind. By addressing these common pitfalls, you can ensure your money lasts as long as you do, allowing you to enjoy your golden years without financial worry. Let me ask you, which of these points resonated with you the most? What's one step you'll take today to strengthen your financial future? Share your thoughts in the comments. You never know who you might inspire to take control of their retirement planning. If this video helped you reflect on your retirement strategy, share it with someone who might benefit from these insights. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living wisely and enjoying every stage of life. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Remember, it's never too late to make smarter choices. With the right plan, you can enjoy a retirement filled with comfort, security, and happiness. Until next time, take care and live fully.